Where close to Second Street, if somebody is coming from the west, which most of my clientels are from the Portland, Vancouver, Seattle, and all the area, going east, if they miss the Union Street exit, they have no chance that they're gonna come back to me. So I wanted to see that where we are at on this, if anything else can be done, to see if we can have an offering over there. At least to support my business, the new Back Pearl behind me, and all the future development that you see coming next on the commercial property. So this is something we have to think about it, what's going to happen when that parcel is developed. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Any other members of the public wishing to address the council? Yes.
Diana Alderman, Miss County Erosion Society. I just wanted to thank you all for developing this group. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any others? Okay, moving into the regular agenda. Trevor.
Yes. Thank you, Mayor. Tonight we have from Department of Transportation both Bart Gernhardt, the acting area administrator, regional administrator, as well as Chris Thames, Columbia Gorge area engineer. We're going to be going over SR 14 Phase 1 project status update, and after briefly going through that, I believe we'll have some question and answer opportunity. Thanks, Bart.
Sure. If I say something that's not real clear, feel free, if you want me to clarify what I just said, ask questions then. Otherwise, you can ask questions at the end as well. Thanks for inviting us again. I'm going to get these years off because I didn't go back and look at the exact notes, but I think we started this in 2002, working with both cities in the port. In 2003, the two cities put together a request for an earmark for the corridor. I think you got that earmark approved in 2004. You end up asking for a switch and using the earmark for the construction of the 17th Street undercrossing, because in 2005, the state got money for $40 million, not 55 or 7, whatever it is, $40 million for a project to basically extend the freeway toward Washougal. The exact limits, exact details wasn't known because we didn't know exactly how far $40 million could go at that point in time. So since that 2005, we've been working interactively. Both cities, the port, I don't know how many public meetings we've had, but it's more than a couple. We had probably at least one a year, if not a couple a year, in 2003 and 2004, looking at what this project looks like. 12 minutes total, or two, figure out which one's best to communicate. So I'll share with you what the original project was, and that we shared in a couple different open houses in the local area. The original project was to extend 4 lanes up and over on the Lady Island, continue the 4 lanes up, and end it with interchange at Union. Union's also a certified pipeline, as you know. And then we transitioned back to the existing 2-lane configuration east of Union. After a number of meetings and lists coming to the city council, your council meeting, probably in 2007, we heard loud and clear that this wasn't acceptable to basically end it in this location, blocking off 2nd and possibly 6th. 6th was still open on whether it be right in, right out, or something else. Safety-wise, and I think that's our biggest concern. It's the biggest concern we heard from all the constituents, the businesses, as well as the councils. Safety was number 1, so our proposal at that time was to at least put medium barrier across 6th, so it may be right in, right out, but that was still up in the air at that point in time. As we continue to move forward, we again heard loud and clear that having the access from the 2 cities to the riverfront, to the port, only through Union wasn't acceptable to you for a wide variety of reasons. You want to have pedestrian access. At that point in time, Riverwalk was still in people's minds. Maybe not hearts, but at least in their minds. It was obviously to redevelop this area, which is still planning, you know, it's future development in the port. So we sat back down with staff and had a series of meetings. I don't know how many, but it was several meetings with staffs of the two cities, RTC, the county, and the port, and came up with a new proposal. It happened to be at the same time that some new information was coming out around the Lady Island Bridge, the West Campus New Bridge. At that point in time, like I mentioned to you, like this is the third time I'm saying it, if not fourth, to the council, but some of you are members, so I'll say it again. With two different issues come out, and it's a liquefaction issue, which is the ability of the soil to hold up something, hold up a structure during an earthquake. And the other one is a seismic issue, which is our bridge isn't strong enough to handle itself between members to handle an earthquake. The two end up costing, have a cost increase in that bridge several fold. And basically, in order to retrofit the bridge, to add another 2 lanes onto that bridge, we have to retrofit it, go underneath the existing slough, and under the water, and then under the dirt under the water, and somehow stabilize that soil. So if earthquake happened, the soil wouldn't turn to quicksand, and the whole bridge would sink. So we'd have to do that, as well as go through, and each of the members, or the members are connected together, the columns are connected to the footings, and the columns are connected to the pier caps, and pier caps are connected to the piers, etc. Each one of those fittings would have to be strengthened. We call that seismic retrofit. The total cost is somewhere between $20 to $25 million for that one bridge. And that was more than half the original cost of the entire project. In 2007 or 8, I think it was 7, you know, get the years wrong on one of these, the legislature increased our budget from 40 million to 55 or 57 million to address a number of issues. And primarily it's the cost escalation and the right-of-way costs that went up in 2006. You don't recall, in 2006 in the county, we had average cost of real estate increase of 29.5%. Our real estate values went up. Our projects, we typically had higher hotspots. So we're typically around our projects, the costs went a little more than that. In addition to that, also in 2006, the construction costs around the country, as well as around the world, increased. For us, on the highway side, they increased about 30% in that 1 year. A couple different reasons for that. One is the cost of oil went up, which is all the construction equipment uses oil to operate. Oil is also a primary ingredient in asphalt. But the other one was China is moving forward, have, you know, huge expansions. They're finishing up the Three Gorges Dam, which is the biggest dam in the world, and they were taking our cement and fly ash. Steel was also skyrocketing again because of the growth in China, but also at the same time we were just doing the reparations around the Gulf Coast because of the hurricanes that we had there. So anyway, the materials just skyrocketed. So legislature gave us basically a flat one-time increase to make up for those across-the-board cuts. Excuse me, increase in costs. Still wasn't enough, though, to address this issue. And part of the issue also, the national level engineers, not DOT or DOTs, but engineers across the nation agreed to a new concept of design for structures, and it's called the 1,000-year event. So it's one chance in 1,000 that a certain earthquake would occur, and that's the new design earthquake. And it was up substantially from what we had before. And our costs, depending on whether you're not in a susceptible area, went up 10 to 25% on bridges because of